Hello friends. From this video we will begin our formal study of vocabulary. I will begin this story by giving a brief background of my family. My family is a typical Indian bourgeois family, not opulent, but also not poor. My grandfather was born in Lahore, Punjab, before independence. Just like many Punjabi Hindu families, we migrated to Delhi after the nation was sundered into two, due to partition and the accompanying riots. Punjab was in turmoil, anarchy and lawlessness was rampant, and it was in this state of violence that my family decided to leave our ancestral home and come to Delhi. The journey was perilous but rewarding, with the free air of Delhi like a haven to my grandfather and his family. So we have learnt a few important words in this paragraph: bourgeois, opulent, sundered, turmoil, anarchy, rampant, ancestral, perilous, and haven. Let us deal with these words one by one. Let us first see the word bourgeois. The word bourgeois means middle class. The term originated in France, where it was first used for the propertied class. That is, people who owned property, mostly in the form of land in those days, were called the bourgeois class. Later the term became more broad-based and was used for middle class in general. Since we have seen that originally it was used for the propertied class, it is easy to understand that one of the synonyms of bourgeois is propertied. To learn about other synonyms of bourgeois, we have to understand one simple concept related to it. In Marxian philosophy, the word bourgeois is used in a derogatory manner, and is used to represent the capitalist class. Marxists argue that the capitalist class, or the bourgeois class, owns the means of production or capital, whereas the working class, which they call the proletariat class, sells its labor to the bourgeois class in return for wages. The profit generated due to the labor of the proletariat class is pocketed by the bourgeois class. Thus the bourgeois class is concerned about its property and capital, and wants to continue its supremacy over the proletariat class. Also, Marxists argue that the bourgeois class is conservative and traditional, since they want to continue with the present system, and thus are not revolutionary. With this discussion we can understand other synonyms of bourgeois. They are capitalist, or traditional, or conservative. Also materialistic is another synonym of bourgeois, since bourgeois class is concerned with material wealth and lifestyle. We can also easily understand the antonyms of bourgeois. They are proletariat, or we can say the lower or the working class. Revolutionary is another antonym of bourgeois. And so is communist, since bourgeois is also used for capitalists. For exams, the closest synonym of bourgeois is middle class. But if middle class is not given as an option, then you have to pick from the other synonyms that we have studied. I hope the first word is clear. Now let us move to the second word, opulent. From the sentence I hope the meaning of the word opulent is self-evident. My family is a typical Indian bourgeois family, not opulent, but also not poor. It means my family is neither rich, nor is it poor. So the word opulent means rich. Other synonyms obviously are wealthy, affluent, prosperous. The word opulent is also used for objects. For example, Mukesh Ambani's house is opulent. Thus it means lavish, luxuriant, magnificent, expensive, deluxe. Let us do a question on it. Find the word closest in meaning to the word opulent. A. Abundant. B. Spartan. C. Thin. D. Modern. This is a slightly difficult question. None of the synonyms we have studied earlier is a direct match for the answer options. But by using our common sense we can easily arrive at the right answer. Opulent, as we have seen, means rich, or wealthy. The word modern has nothing to do with richness, so that is ruled out. Thin also doesn't relate to richness, and cannot be our answer. The word Spartan means strict or austere, again a wrong option. The word abundant is close to opulent, since being wealthy means having an abundance of something, in this case the money. Let us do the next word now, sundered. Just like many Punjabi Hindu families, we migrated to Delhi after the nation was sundered into two. From the context it is clear that the word sundered means divided. This is a very simple word, and we do not need to spend much time in understanding it. The word sunder means divide, its past tense sundered implies divided. Its antonym would obviously be unite, or combine, or integrate, or connect, or amalgamate, or merge. Let us do the next word now, turmoil. Due to partition and the accompanying riots, Punjab was in turmoil. From the sentence I hope you have understood that the word turmoil is used for something bad. Let us now see its meaning. It means a condition of great disturbance or uncertainty. Its synonyms are turbulence, unrest, trouble, chaos, etc. Another synonym is tumult, which can in itself be a question. They can give you the word tumult and ask its synonym or antonym. Just remember that tumult means turmoil or disturbance, and you will face no problems in the exam. No marks in guessing that the antonyms of turmoil will be calm, peace, tranquility, harmony, etc. The next word is anarchy. Due to partition and the accompanying riots, Punjab was in turmoil, anarchy and lawlessness was rampant. Their word is very similar to turmoil. I hope you have already heard this word in politics. It was used for the CM of Delhi, Mr. Kejriwal, by opposition parties. It means lawlessness, disorder, misrule, chaos, tumult, turmoil, etc. Now we move on to the word rampant. Due to partition and the accompanying riots, Punjab was in turmoil, anarchy and lawlessness was rampant. Again, from the context we can see that the word rampant means something very widespread or very common. Its synonyms are unchecked, widespread, uncontrolled, unrestrained, pandemic, epidemic, pervasive. All the three words, pandemic, epidemic, pervasive, are normally used in a slightly negative sense, and denote something which is spreading widely in an area or group of people. Their words pandemic and epidemic are mostly used for diseases. For example, the disease of AIDS is pandemic in Africa. We have learned a number of new words in our course till now. But let us move on, my friends, we have no time to rest. The next word is ancestral. It was in this state of violence that my family decided to leave our ancestral home and come to Delhi. Since this word is easy, I will directly do a question on it. Find the word which is closest in meaning to the word ancestral. Familiar. B. Parental. C. Familial. D. Homely. Even though the word ancestral is easy, the answer options may confuse some students, since they are all, or at least three of them, are related to family in some way or the other. The word homely in Indian context means someone who is simple, hospitable, etc. You may have read matrimonial advertisements in newspapers where a boy is looking for a homely bride. The word familiar means something that you know or recognize. It does not necessarily mean something related to family. For example, once you go through our lecture series, you will be familiar with most of the words that you will encounter in the exam. The word parental means something related to parents. For example, making sure that children do not fall into bad habits is parental responsibility. It is different from ancestral. Ancestral means related to ancestors, which go even beyond, and in fact in most cases much beyond parents. For example, Babur's ancestral lineage can be traced to Timur and Chengiz Khan. Thus the word ancestral does not mean parental. Familial is the perfect synonym of ancestral, and means exactly the same. Linear is another term used for ancestral, though it is less common. Inherited and hereditary are other synonyms of ancestral. Now we have only two words remaining, the first of which is perilous. The journey was perilous but rewarding. Perilous means dangerous or risky. When we say that the economy is in perilous situation, it means it is in a dangerous situation. Other synonyms are hazardous, insecure, difficult, treacherous, etc. Antonyms will obviously be safe, secure, stable, etc. Finally, we have the word haven. The journey was perilous but rewarding, with the free air of Delhi like a haven to my grandfather and his family. From here we can see that haven is used for something good. It has a positive vibe to it. It means a place of safety or refuge. Its synonyms can be shelter, sanctuary, asylum, etc. With this we have finished all the words of our first lecture. We have learnt a number of new words. I hope that from now on whenever you encounter the words treacherous, ancestral, bourgeois, opulent, familiar, luxuriant, asylum, lineal, pervasive, sunder, amalgamate, turbulence, sanctuary, tumult, lavish, tranquility, anarchy, epidemic, familial, parental, turmoil, rampant, affluent, pandemic, perilous, hazardous, haven, proletariat, prosperous. You will not face any difficulty in answering them. Before I end the lecture, I have a great offer for you. Even though I recommend that you make notes. If you want a free PDF of all the words along with their meanings, synonyms and antonyms, then send me a mail at nisha.dikshit24@gmail.com, and I will mail it to you. Let us meet in the next video, where I will continue the story further, and in the process we will learn a number of new words.